Yeah, well, it shows me here that you're very good, a very honest person. It shows that you like to do a lot of good for other people. But I see that sometimes when you need a favor, or
Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Sir Moon. So today we're going to be doing the February forecast for Aries. So let's see what February has for Aries. We just had an intense full moon, and there's just a lot of different energy in the air. So let's see what the universe does for Aries. All right. So we have the High Priestess in the past, Ten of Cups in the present position, Three of Swords in the background or behind the scenes for February. We also have the advice card being the Empress. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles as the outcome. So looking at the spread, Aries, and keep in mind this is for February, it looks like in your past you've been silently learning a lot and just like observing, and as you can see, like there's the black pillar and the white pillar, kind of symbolizing the energy as, the dark and the light that is in our lives and in everyone's lives. We uh, we are on a path to discover our light, but in order to discover your light, sometimes you do have to go in the dark, and you have to be comfortable in knowing that sometimes it can get ugly before it gets better or prettier, and just don't beat yourself up. But this is what you've been doing in the past. You've been kind of just maneuvering, like following your intuition and just sitting and watching, right? And then presently, because you've been doing that, you have the Ten of Cups, which Ten of Cups stands for, symbolizes emotions and just feelings and wholeness. And it's the Ten of Cups. So as you can see, or hopefully you can see, that there's two people standing together, like, oh, like everything is good. So presently, everything is good, Aries. Like, this is a good card to have presently, right? But then you have the Three of Swords behind the scenes. So there's something in February that's gonna cause you to let go of something. You're gonna lose something. There's gonna be sorrow over it. You can see the guy is like, oh my gosh, like I can't let go. But as you know, in life we have to let go of things, and I like to promote the message that when you have to let go of something, it's really working for you. Now, this can be a love situation, this can be a job, this can be a person, this can be family. Keep in mind that if you do have Aries in your chart, in your natal chart, it could play out in that placement as well. So, if you have an Aries Sun, Moon, or Rising, or Venus, definitely check on that, because this can be you in February. So you're gonna have to let go of something in February, and I would think it's better to let go of it in February at the beginning of the year opposed to towards the end of the year. So as long as you go with it in a mindset that, like, February is a year where I might have to let go of something, but it's okay because I know it's gonna work out for me in the end. Which in the advice cards you have the Empress. So the Empress advice is pretty much, as you can see, she's like sitting there, like like I would think of like the Empress card as kind of like she's definitely a boss, you know, and she's like that authoritative figure, but she has a feminine energy. And so, you know, maybe there's a woman in your life who's kind of like guiding you. And so, you know, probably take heed to the advice that woman authoritative figure in your life is giving you. I do know that Aries have a hard time listening, or, you know, actually I'll say they have select hearing. So I get it, Aries. Like, you guys hear things, but yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about Aries. So I do get you guys, but really, like, listen to female, this female who is in your life who has some authority over you. Or this can just mean that you need to be graceful. You know, you need to also like stand your ground, and you know, this is a good advice card. Like, especially, you know, if you're have this working, if you have Three of Swords working in the background, like, I think this is a good advice for you, right? And chances are, like, I mean, it kind of makes sense too, because then your outcome is the Seven of Pentacles. So it's basically, again, it's like saying, okay, you've watched Aries, you know, February, in the past you've watched things, and you've watched how life is, people are. You know, you've watched what situations fit you, you've watched what situations don't fit you, and then that is what's brought you to the present moment where you're able to kind of be like, wow, like, I'm proud of myself, I'm able to make decisions, because sometimes when we make decisions and people's reactions to those decisions can cause us to have a lot of self-doubt, and that's just human nature. So, you know, you're in this moment of like, I got through this, you know, and you deserve that moment. So definitely celebrate it. Know that February is going to come with some losses, and that's okay, because, you know, the universe is working for you to get to this future position, which is, as you can see, the Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles is a great card, because Seven of Pentacles, as you can see, he's like, he is looking at his coins, I like to say. He's looking at his coins, and he's looking to see, like, and he's like pondering, you know, like, what should I do from here? What should I change course? Should I, you know, and this is your future card. So if you're able to take heed to this card and take heed to, you know, standing in your ground, right? And just owning it and handling stuff, being stable, being like, everything you do, having stability in it, and knowing and using also your feminine energy as well. I know Aries, I love to call Aries my jelly bean, because they're very hard on the outside, but on the inside they're super, super, super sweet, and they will give you the shirt off their back. So Aries, this is like your inside of the jelly bean. This is you, right? Or this could be you, right? And then it leads you to the Seven of Pentacles, which again is a really good combination, because you're able to see, like, okay, how am I going to go from here? And when times do get hard, when you're building all these coins, just know that there's maybe like some emotional or spiritual fulfillment that you'll get out of it. Because naturally, not everyone's going to understand your loss. So when you try to tell people about your perspective of what you're going through, I would say a good maybe like 6 out of 10 chances they're not going to understand, which is why you kind of have to have this this like stability in yourself and nurture yourself in this, and as the advice, so that you can get to this card, Seven of Pentacles, which is showing you that you need to persevere through it. Persevere through this, through the Three of Swords. You know, so you can get to more. All right. Well, I know everyone has a busy life in 2019, so I'm not gonna hold you guys anymore. Again, I love Aries, and if you guys want a private reading, definitely feel free to reach out to me on True Serum Moon on Instagram. And again, that's True Serum Moon on Instagram. And I will see you for March. Bye.